Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Duke and Dutch Show. And today we have a very somber topic to report upon. A 23-year-old Irina Zarutska, I hope I'm saying that right, a refugee from the war-torn country of Ukraine, somebody who came here trying to flee, obviously, an active war zone, and figured out that it's not really that safe in America. From Benny Johnson, she ran from war in Ukraine. She came here for safety, and America failed her. 23-year-old Irina Zarutska was butchered on a Charlotte light rail. Her throat opened by a violent repeat offender who had been arrested 14 times. 14. And was still free. This wasn't random. This was preventable. There was a war on white people. I don't know if that has anything to do with it personally, and normally I'm the first person to point out these discrepancies, but I don't know if there was a reason to the attack.
Dutch, I gotta say, this is weird. I haven't, I've had the TV on, but I haven't seen any of this on the news. It's weird.
Oh, you haven't heard about this poor woman from Charlotte, North Carolina?
It's not on any news channel that I've seen. It's
that
weird.
would be because
this is like headline news.
If you do a search on the AP News, if you look for Irina Zarutska, there are 0 articles talking about this tragedy that happened. Very, very preventable death. But George Floyd, 74,000 articles. And
to me, it's insignificant that it's George Floyd. It's just this.
It's a contrast.
Like, for some reason, there's nothing, not a single one.
You think it's because it doesn't fit the narrative, and then it would make the city of Charlotte, North Carolina, look very bad that they let this violent.
Dutch, I hate to assume.
Violent to film. I love to assume.
I hate to assume. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like something.
So we're gonna get
anybody would cover up.
We're gonna get into this news article here, and this is obviously. Let's scroll it actually. This is from WBTV News Charlotte. So this is local. This is not national. This is local reporting on this. This is national news wouldn't touch this because they don't like. They don't like the victim, and they don't like the perpetrator. It makes them look bad.
And then we factor in decency and privacy.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. I had this sped up. Yes.
Tonight, we've decided to air a portion of the video provided by Katz. We're doing that because it verifies what we've been told about this incident. And
I'm doing this specifically. I chose this because I don't want to actually show what happened to this young woman because I think it's heinous. And even though
we don't need to see the actual act itself,
we're not going to see the actual
act. It is newsworthy.
Information is relevant,
but it'll give us a play-by-play.
Given the public attention and the demands for safety improvements, we will not be showing the actual stabbing itself.
Good.
It's 9:46 p.m. You'll notice right away, this looks like any other ride aboard the light rail. People are doing what they do these days, keeping to themselves, scrolling on their phones as they ride along. The man accused in the killing, DeCarlos Brown, is in the red hoodies on the right side of
I like how they use accused like they don't have him on video doing this. It's like I get you don't want to open yourself up to litigation, but like, jeez. No, that's insane.
Your screen.
Legal jargon.
He appears to be maybe a little emotional, perhaps a little agitated, but nothing disruptive. There's nothing that gets anyone's attention. About 30 seconds later, Irina Zarutska boards. She's wearing a hat and a t-shirt from a pizzeria, and she sits in the row in front of Brown. She has earbuds in and is looking.
And this is the moment she actually died because she sat with her back towards this person.
That's all it took, apparently.
That's all it took.
At her phone. She too is just minding her own business. They ride along for around 4 minutes with nothing unusual happening. Then around 9:50 p.m., Brown reaches into a pocket. We've zoomed in on it here. He pulls out a pocket knife. No one notices a thing. Seconds later, he would stand up, and from behind, unprovoked, as we stop the video, he would stab the young woman several times. She had no chance to defend herself.
I mean, what could you do in this situation? I mean,
It's like, was this a
Realistically.
hit? Like, and realistic, I say that sarcastically
No,
because
realistically, what could you
I
do?
highly doubt it was a hit. But it's like this person was just sitting there and then just chose to do this. It's so sad. You know what? Why? Not that we need to know why, but it's like for this to be so random. It's like what the fuck?
There's a lot
And
of
you said
things.
they had 14 previous
14
issues,
previous arrests.
crimes,
Yep.
arrests. Yeah.
And this
Yeah, this
person
could
is
have been
still on
prevented,
the
man.
streets. And it's like, you
Yeah.
know, there's
She was here for safety and she was failed. We failed her.
ran away from a war-torn country, got on the bus, and she sat down and she literally was dead. She just didn't know it yet. It's like that's in
A victim to what our system has become and allowed.
there's a
Certain
lot of
aspects of
things
it.
I'm not gonna say them because YouTube would ban me, but
Yeah, it's a sad loss of life.
there's no national outrage for it either. And I wonder why.
And yeah,
It's
exactly.
because this
They
guy
need to have a
is
response to this.
this guy
There
is
needs to be a response. There needs to be a conversation about this because this is, especially the whole, to me,
what
it's
would the
so much farther
conversation
than
be
color than
exactly?
anything else.
If you-
14 times. How many times have we reported about somebody continuously committing crimes and then ending someone's life? And it's like, this should have been prevented. Why are these things not being prevented? That's the question to me. It's like, why?
well,
Explain to me why they're not being
well,
prevented.
we're gonna get into that
Is
in a
it from lack
second
of
because
action?
no, because there's
you
a
know, from
there are
just complacency?
there
Like, what
no
is
no
it?
there
Why
are
are these things being allowed?
well, I think one, if you're around blacks, you never relax, and I know that's gonna be very controversial, but
Well, I don't say that. I
that's
don't agree
very
with that.
controversial. I know, but it's like it's
I definitely don't have that view, but
well.
to each their own.
Pattern recognition, man. I mean, obviously this person's from the
I
Ukraine. They don't
I
really
don't
know
judge
that, but
individuals based off of a
well,
category.
if she judged this individual and decided to sit a few rows up or maybe the row behind, maybe she would
Coulda
still be
saved her.
alive. Could have.
Yeah, but I don't like was he
I'm
specifically
not saying
waiting for
that.
her? Does it matter what person it was?
I'm not saying it to
There's so many
be.
questions. Like if it was a black person that sat in front of him, because let's just say use this video. There's a black
Wow.
person sitting across from him, didn't do anything
Wow.
to him.
Listen.
So like, was he just waiting for somebody?
Let me just
sit in
ask you
front of
this.
him?
Let
Like,
me just
what
ask you
was
this question. All right. Purely hypothetical, obviously, because the situation played out how it played out.
Yeah.
But if this was a white man and this was a black woman, do you think that
there
this
would
would
be
not be
national
all
coverage.
over the
There would
national
be national
news?
coverage.
National
Yeah.
news, of course. So
Absolutely. I think that speaks volumes quite a bit, but like it doesn't solve anything for the issue.
listen, I'm not
But
saying
I
that
think
but I'm just saying
it
that
definitely needs to be talked about.
there's pattern recognition. And it's like if you don't know pattern recognition, and it's like I'm not saying I'm any better than this woman. If I was on this bus or anything like that, that I would have done anything differently. I'm not saying that, but
she couldn't have done anything.
she couldn't have done anything differently. All she did was get on the bus and sat down.
These types of things so that the citizens are protected in public. They don't have to fear about crimes in public.
Well,
the system needs to prevent that.
And we're going to get into this in a second, too, that every person involved in this, the people who were checking the tickets, because this person did not have a ticket to ride the rails that night. If they checked the tickets, would have been on the rails, would have been fine. 14 prior arrests, if the judges had done anything.
No.
It would have, then this person would have been locked up. And I hate to say this, and this is not a race thing, but there are some people, mental health issues, yada yada, whatever. I don't give a shit. What I care about, some people cannot function in society, and this is a prime example of somebody who should not have been released back into society. And if they weren't released back into society, and if their ticket was checked, they wouldn't have been on this rail train, and this woman would still be alive.
Still be alive, yeah.
War-torn Ukraine was safer for her than this Charlotte Railway.
Yeah. The attack was over in seconds, and when it was over, Brown walked through the train attempting to get off. Few passengers, if any, at first realized what had happened until they noticed drops of blood on
I think what's so horrifying about this is that this could this could literally be anybody. Wow. This could be anybody. This could be you, it could be me, it could be anybody watching. How do you prevent something like this? You can't. Because
sat in front of somebody.
The jails, the courts, the DA, the judge, they've all failed already. They've all failed. This is not a person who should be out in society.
I just you just saw the video and just the brief screens that we saw. How did the people surrounding that area? There was a person right behind both of them. How did that person not notice? The person sitting right across.
It's because we become so desensitized to this type of thing. It's like the Daniel Penny case. Daniel Penny, veteran, hero, I think, jumped in to stop Jordan Neely from harassing people on the subway. Choked out Jordan Neely because of his cocktail of narcotics, drugs, stuff like that, and maybe pressure applied by Penny as well, passed away. What did New York do? They dragged him through the courts because Daniel Penny, he's a fucking menace. It's like, you get penalized now for being a good Samaritan. If you want to be a good Samaritan,
you get sued for helping someone.
Yeah. So I don't blame anybody for not stepping up and doing anything about it. Or maybe...
And realistically, if there's somebody walking in the subway with a knife, I'm not going to necessarily charge them.
No, exactly.
On the floor. 90 seconds after the attack, a bystander rushes down to begin lending aid to Zarutska. She would die from her injuries. 30 seconds later, 9:52 p.m., 6 minutes into the video, Brown leaves the light rail.
The video here shows us just how quickly things happened and how difficult it would have been to prevent once he got on.
Well, that's the other thing. You could render aid to this woman, but you can't. How could nobody could have prevented it? There's nobody on the train who could have prevented it.
Nobody knew it was going to happen.
They didn't listen. These people, they did not know each other. They had never interacted in their entire lives. Just one woman sat in front of one man, and then this happened. You can't prevent that. There's no way. That could have been literally anybody in the entire world. Couldn't have prevented it.
The train. And that is an important part to all of this. From what we've been told, Brown never should have been on the train. Authorities tell WBTV he did not buy a ticket. Kat says it is working.
He shouldn't have been on the train. He shouldn't have actually been out in polite society. He should have been locked up because of all his prior arrests.
And yet he was, though.
And yet he was. Judge Teresa Stokes let career criminal DeCarlos Brown Jr. out of jail on a written promise he would appear in court. DeCarlos then off Irina Zarutska. This is the judge. This is how many prior arrests that this man had. 14 prior arrests.
Man.
And then he took the life of this woman. Fleeing a war-torn Ukraine, looking for a better life to come here. Everyone, they care so much about immigration. Democrats, they care so much about the immigrants. They don't care about her. I wonder what's different. What's different about her?
Nobody's even talking about it.
What is different about her? I don't know. I don't know. 2007 to 2014, juvenile and early adult years. Brown's criminal record begins as of 2007, when he was still a minor. Over this period, he was arrested at least 6 times for crimes including felony larceny, robbery with a dangerous weapon, communicating threats. Most of these charges were reportedly dropped, according to the Charlotte Observer. All right, well, people do stupid stuff as a minor. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's erase his juvenile record. Let's say he was a kid. He's acting out. Let's do that. 2014, armed robbery conviction. Brown was convicted of armed robbery and served approximately 5 years in prison. He was released in September of 2020.
Hey, he served his time, hey.
February 2021, assault and property crimes. Shortly after his release, Brown was arrested for assault on a female, specifically his sister, resulting in minor injuries, injury to personal property, and trespassing after returning to a residence where he was banned and damaging a front door. Okay. July 2022.
Sounds like he had a domestic dispute at his family's house, and he did some inappropriate things. But if you notice, literally he gets released and then it happens right away.
July 2022, domestic disturbance. Arrested for disorderly conduct due to yelling and cursing, causing a disturbance and drawing attention from multiple tenants at a property. All right, that doesn't sound that severe. January 2025, misuse of 911 system. Brown was arrested for misusing the 911 system after claiming someone had given him man-made material, controlling his actions, eating, walking, and talking. Maybe he's schizophrenic, I don't know.
Yeah.
He was released without bond. A public defender later questioned his mental capacity to stand trial, and a forensic evaluation was ordered, but not completed. Now, any one of these things, maybe in isolation, you could be like, all right, well, maybe the guy's mentally unwell. But all of it taken together, he's been arrested 14 times, and nothing is done about it, and he's allowed to go out and harass the public.
Released. Yep. He's not a danger.
Well, this is what Charlotte Democrat Mayor Lyles had to say about it. This is Mayor Lyles here, in charge of Charlotte. And this is their official statement, which I think is absolutely insane. Lyles said the suspect appeared to have struggled with mental health and suffered a crisis. She said Charlotte, its transit system are, by and large, safe. Well, that's great for the woman who was just killed.
Yeah.
But the incident highlights the need for stronger support systems. We will never arrest our way out of issues such as homelessness and mental health. See, now I don't agree with that entirely.
If you have people out there attacking other citizens, you're not going to arrest the potential attack.
I don't think some people should not be in polite society, and whether
if they have mental issues, they are not safe to themselves, let alone public.
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
It is already established, especially if you call them with a mental health issue.
Yeah.
So why are we not at least, they're too overpopulated? That's always
the asylums are all
closed. So the answer is
closed.
just to let people die?
The asylums are all closed down, so you can't do that. But
well, isn't I hear that's another hot topic. I know we might need to do a story about that because there are talks about reopening that type of thing. I don't know.
I hope they do.
And I mean, what's the solution? Because is that the solution? Do we reopen asylums and stuff like that? I mean, people need help. They clearly need mental help, and the solution is definitely not allowing them to be on the streets.
I think they should.
This is only going to continue.
I really do think they should. It's like listen. That's me. It's like there's some people
it's a risk to the public
who should not be in society, and trying to put a Band-Aid on this and try to give them 14 different chances to be in society obviously did not help anything.
I couldn't tell you the exact amount, but at the very least a handful of stories we've had or of people like this story.
If there was any check and balance system, if there's any check and balance system at all, I mean, think about it. In any check and balance system, if somebody had just checked if this person should have been able to ride on this rail when they didn't have a ticket,
it could have been that simple.
It could have been that simple to prevent this, or it could have been as simple as, oh, you've been arrested 14 times. Maybe you are a danger to yourself and a danger to other people around you. Mental health disease is just that, a disease like any other that needs to be treated with the same compassion, diligence, and commitment as cancer or heart disease. Lyles added that people living on the streets are more often the victims of crime than the perpetrators. I would need to see data on that. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not trying to disparage the homeless. There's a lot of homeless
sure it happens
people.
On both, but it doesn't. So I mean, we're still trying. I feel like we're being redirected away from this person getting unalived.
Yep. Oh, 100%. 100%.
This is not an apology. This is not an accountability. This is like,
the
real issue is mental health, and we need to worry about that.
This was a statement made by the mayor before this whole incident happened.
I agree, it is a mental health issue, but I think you're missing the point.
And here's the difference here. A white man restrains a black man acting erratic and aggressive. There's national outrage. A black man brutally stabs a quiet, I believe that says quiet, white girl minding her own business. There's no national outrage. And this is the fault of the media, too. Because, like we actually just went over, no mainstream media is going to report on this. They don't want to because it doesn't fit their narrative. But even if you want to make it a black-white thing, which people are saying it is, it could be. I don't know if that's the fact.
I think everyone puts that on every story. I put no weight. I'm sorry. I will always put no weight on any color battle.
Well, no, I don't know if it's. I have no idea if this was a targeted attack because she was white, or I have no idea. But it's a mental health.
It's definitely a mental health issue, and the way that our system handles mental health. We've known it needs to change for a long time.
It doesn't change the fact
another
that
example.
This woman's death was entirely preventable. Yep. This person never should have been allowed on the streets. They had the criminal record to back up that they should be in jail for quite a long time. What we live
Or
in
that
this
they were capable of doing something like this.
we live in this weird society where it's criminals are allowed to be criminals, but people who are rigid, they're straight edge, they follow the rules. They have to always be so concerned because if they mess up, they don't want to go to jail. Criminals don't care about going to jail.
One wants
And
to
this
follow
is
the rules,
this is
the
a
other one
perfect
doesn't.
this is a perfect example. He doesn't, what does this guy care? He's been arrested 14 times. He knows the justice system isn't going to do anything to him.
He knows he's probably just going to get released.
Well, hopefully not this time, but we will we'll follow it up and we'll let you know. But
Yeah.
very tragic for this woman.
Make sure
And
to
I think
subscribe,
it's sickening as a society, personally. But
let us know what you think the system needs to do, or what changes need to be done, or how do we prevent this truly, besides the obvious that we talked about. What can we actually do about this shit? Because this needs to stop.
we could enforce laws and we could send these people to jail where they belong. We could do that.
It's definitely an option.
This guy, he's been arrested 14 times. It's pretty easy to me, but yep.
Make sure to catch us on the next one.